Today on the channel, we're going to take a look at this really cool and strange guitar. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really special. This is a Kawai Moonsault guitar. This is from the early 90s. This was a guitar that my friend Todzilla lent me. He used to work down at a shop called Corner Music in Nashville, and they took this guitar in on trade in the 90s. And it used to be on the Crook and Chase television show. One of the band members of that on that show played this guitar and sold it, and that guy traded it in. And Todd picked this guitar up for about 135, 140 bucks, which is a steal because now these things in mint condition can command $2,000, 2,500. But this is a very unique guitar. Let me talk about it in detail. It's 22 frets. It's a mahogany body. It's got a mahogany neck. If you look at the fretboard, it's got the phases of the moon. First fret's got the full moon. It's got this little moon, a little bit of a moon inlay here on the headstock with some stars. This guitar was made in Japan. It looks kind of like a banana, but it is not. This is actually the moon. If you get up close to it, you've got sparkles that are in there. Got a lot of stuff going on here. You've got a three-way toggle switch. It has a built-in preamp. And we'll demo this later, and I'll show you what that preamp sounds like, but it is crazy, like the amount of distortion. So the guitar looks goofy, but it sounds super, super good. These pickups, these are pickup split, out of phase, different pickup switching capabilities, mostly taking it out of phase and then doing a coil tap, and obviously a pickup selector. Two tones, or two volumes in a tone. It's got a wraparound tailpiece. I believe these are DiMarzio Super Distortion pickups. They sound like it to me. Interesting story about this guitar is a few years ago, Todd's house caught on fire and he lost just about everything. Lost 7 cats and a Corvette and a bunch of personal items. But his guitars, for the most part, were salvaged. But this guitar made it through the fire. The case got burnt. But as you can look on the headstock, there's some burn marks where it burned through the case a little bit. But this was a survivor. And a very cool guitar. Very fortunate that it survived. Let me flip this over and we'll take a look at the back side. All right, looking at the back side, it's got one control cavity with 4 screws. In a moment, I'll open that up and we'll take a look at the electronics, which are pretty neat. Just like the front, this guitar has got the glitter on the back. It's got a little bit of a yellow sunburst. I think it would have been cooler if they would have made this guitar kind of a lighter color. You know, this is kind of a banana yellow considering the shape of the guitar. But it's still cool. It's got a scarf joint. Grover tuners. I believe Todd said he replaced the tuners. I think he said when they put out the fire, the hardware on this guitar wound up getting corroded a little bit, so he replaced the tuners and the bridge on this guitar. I could be wrong. One bad thing about this guitar is you can't really sit down with it. You got to stand up with it because it's round on the bottom, so it just wants to slide off your leg. Interesting looking strap button right there too. All right, for you geeks out there and those interested, let's take a look at the inside of the control cavity. All right, so taking a look inside the control cavity, we have a lot going on here. I believe this is the preamp circuit board that engages with one of those switches on the front, and it does take a battery because of that preamp. When we look underneath the foam, here we've got our tone pot and 2 volumes wired with our 3-way switch, and there's all the little switches for the pickup splitters and the preamp. Routing looks nice and clean, looks good in there. I know this guitar looks kind of goofy, but I can't tell you how much, or in this video I really can't explain to you how well this guitar plays and how good it sounds. It's really a nice instrument. It's interesting as far as shape, but the design and the playability is superior. So without further ado, let's give it a sound demo.